Do you find that worry is an unwanted companion that just follows you around day and night, robbing you of any happiness that you might feel? Is it possible that you might be addicted to worrying? My name is Laura, and I am here on a journey of self-discovery and personal development in midlife and finding joy and happiness. I'm hoping that some of the things I talk about here might help you find your joy and happiness in midlife and beyond. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the idea of worrying and how chronic worrying can really be debilitating and what we can do to kick worry to the curb. So I want us to stop worrying and start living. And I just want to say, I'm just sharing with you my personal experience in the hopes that maybe it helps you. So I am by no means any kind of expert, although I could argue that maybe I am the worry expert. But please stick around with me till the end, and I'll share with you guys some of the things that I'm doing that's helping me. I think regular worry is when we have a thought come into our mind about a perceived problem that could actually happen. And it's our brain's way of helping us to decide to take action to mitigate the problem. So, a regular worry triggers us to take some kind of action so that a problem doesn't happen. And of course, that's not a bad thing. I saw some statistics recently that said almost half of people in our age group, 50 to 59, report that they always are feeling worried, and it's about health, finances, aging. There was a study out of the UK that said more than half of people aged 50 to 59 find that it is affecting their sleep and stopping them from doing things they really care about. So it seems like our age group is no stranger to worry. Here's an example. I'm worried that it might snow next week and I don't have my snow tires on my car. So that worry causes me to call the tire place and book an appointment for my car to get in there and get the snow tires on. Or a more serious example might be my mom, who lives out of town. I realize I'm worried that she might be feeling lonely and kind of isolated. So that pushes me to take action. I book some time off of work and I'm going to drive up there and spend some time with her. Chronic worry is a different beast altogether, and it can actually nudge us towards real anxiety. So it's important to understand what it is and what we can do to stop it in its tracks. Chronic worry means we start to worry all the time, and even more than that, the worries start to pile up on top of each other and become more extreme, even feeling kind of catastrophic. And what ends up happening is it starts robbing us of our day-to-day happiness. It hurts our relationships, how we feel about ourselves, our sleep, and our general well-being. For me, there were two things that I noticed over the last few years that really started to amp up the worrying for me. Number one was that as my adult children got older and their reach out into the world increased, I found myself starting to worry about things that, could happen but hadn't actually happened. And I think the fact that they lived with us as adults for a period of time really contributed to that, because we were in each other's daily lives, and I ended up worrying about them as if they were much younger than they actually were. The second thing that happened to me was kind of a triggering event. I had a dear close friend who died suddenly in a car accident at the age of 50, and I'm 58. We had been in each other's lives for many, many years, raising our children together. We were running partners, so we spent a lot of time together, and that event really impacted me. It kind of confirmed for me that all of these catastrophic worries that I had could actually happen. So it kind of proved it to me that there was reason to be afraid and to be worried all the time. The effects of letting this worry overtake me was really intense. I found myself almost obsessively going through my day worrying about small and big things that could happen. I would lay awake at night, in the middle of the night, and my mind would race, thinking about all of these small random things that could happen and these big unrealistic catastrophic events that could happen. And I'd wake up in the morning and think, oh my gosh, that was so crazy how I stayed up all night feeling worried about all of these things. And it really started to take a toll on me. I even started worrying about the worrying. I started worrying about, if I'm putting these things out there in the universe, maybe it's going to send them back to me and it will actually happen. I always remember my mom saying, don't put it out there if you don't want it to happen. When my adult children were around, even simple things like they're heading out the door and I would say to them, okay, drive carefully, but deep down it was an actual fear in my heart that something might happen. And they could sense that, and honestly it was annoying for them, and it kind of gave them the message that, hey, I don't think you can handle this, or I don't have confidence in you. And I don't know about you, but parental advice, when it's shoveled out over and over again, especially to adult children, it's unwanted and it can actually hurt the relationship. So the first thing that helped me was simply to start to become aware of what the thoughts were, how often they were happening. So that simple awareness was the first step. It's incredible how powerful these thoughts can be. I did another video on, how the idea that your thoughts trigger your emotions, which trigger your behaviors, which end up making, your whole reality. And in that video, I tried to talk about, making a half glass full statement, a positive statement to carry around, and try and rewire your brain, your thinking a little bit to turn towards more positive thinking. So first, just simply become aware of the worry thought that you're having and just, take notice of it. No judgment. I noticed that I'm worrying about whatever. No judgment, just curiosity. Step 2 was stopping and asking myself, is this a legit worry? Is this something that I should be worried about and that I have some control over changing? If that was true, then I forced myself, make a decision on it, do something about it, and let it go. And that really helped. The third thing I started to do was I would actually schedule a time to worry. So I would set like 6 p.m. That was my worry time for half an hour. So throughout the day, as a worry would pop up, I would acknowledgement, not judge it, have some curiosity about it and say, that's interesting that I'm worried about that. I think for now I'm going to park it over here, and I know that at 6 p.m. I can sit down and worry about it all I want. What I found was that when 6 p.m. rolled around and I sat down and thought, okay, I've got my coffee or my tea, now's my time to worry, I could hardly remember what it was throughout the day that I was worried about. And if I did remember them, they just didn't seem so important now. By taking these steps, the other thing I started to notice was that I realized, wow, those worries actually didn't come true. And look at how much energy you would have wasted worrying about them when you didn't need to. So I started to feel really good that a period of time had passed and I actually wasn't worried about anything. The fourth thing that I tried to do was focus on my lack of sleep. So I had said earlier to you, if you're not sleeping at night, it affects everything. So I really focused on the usual suspects, trying to eat a little bit better, not eat so much just before going to bed, trying to exercise, those kinds of things that would help me have a better night's sleep. If I did wake up during the night, and I'm still doing this now, I would give myself a minute. I would not look at the clock. If I needed to turn on my book and read for a few minutes, I would do that. Or I would lay in bed and practice this progressive muscle relaxation. So this is a technique where you find yourself in a comfortable position, and you start from your toes and just slowly work your way up through all the muscles of your body, making slight adjustments to help yourself relax. And what happens is you start to feel lighter and lighter. It's a really cool feeling, actually, and then you drift off to sleep again. So those techniques are really helping me start to have a better sleep. These 4 things have really helped reduce my worry. And I hope that they can help you too. You know, regular worry, not such a bad thing. And chronic worry is another beast altogether that you really do want to try and reduce that so that it's not robbing you of your happiness and your joy. So if you're still here, thank you for staying. I really appreciate it. This week, I had some new subscribers that were not actually friends and family, which made me so happy. So I really appreciate that. If you can hit the like button, if you would subscribe to this channel, it would mean the world to me as I'm trying to explore this YouTube adventure and be a bit courageous. So I'll post a video this weekend, each week a little update on what week 2 of my YouTube journey has been like, and then every Tuesday morning I plan to release a new video. So I hope to see you again soon, and please let me know in the comments, how do you feel about worry? Is it a factor in your life? What techniques do you use? Let's help each other with that. Okay guys, thank you so much. It's Friday where I am. It's freezing cold out here, but so beautiful. I think it's supposed to rain the rest of the weekend, so I wanted to film outside and just catch a little bit of the sunshine. So I hope it's beautiful where you are and that you have a happy weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.